Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Marquee Picks. And today I got the NBA player props for you for Friday, February 27th. I got five more plays lined up for you guys here today, covering the five-game NBA slate for Friday. And coming off yesterday's props, we did it again. 5-1 on the props. DeAndre Ayton, man, we had him for 18.5 PRA. He finished with six. I mean, just absolutely brutal. This dude was absolutely awful. And the crazy thing to me is coming off that last game against the Magic where he got 32 PRA, in the post-game press conference, he made a little, smart comment saying he's not Clint Capella. Well, he didn't attempt one shot in this entire first half. Absolutely amazing. Don't know what the heck's going on with Ayton. Absolutely screwed us bad. And this is the third consecutive day in a row where we missed the props, the slips by one pick. Very, very brutal way to lose a slip here because you guys could see the rest of these props. We were green on majority of them. Not really any sweats. Neat Clifford over 3.5 rebounds. Smashed that in a big way in the second half. Joel Embiid the same way, over 10.5 rebounds and assists. He got 6 rebounds and assists in the opening 2 minutes of this second half, which was absolutely insane. Pushed him over that line, finished with 15. And if you guys also took his regular line at 12.5, I also gave y'all that option. Just because you guys see me take these Goblin lines, I normally would take their regular lines over. So if you guys see me take the Goblin, most of the time my projection will have the regular line going over as well. So if you guys don't want to take the Goblins, I know some of you guys don't like the Goblins, feel free to take the regular lines because that's what I normally would be doing. But again, I want safer plays, safer wins because this slip right here looks a lot better than the Reds we have been seeing, over like the last half of the week. So we've been seeing a ton of greens here on the board throughout the last 3 days. We started doing these goblins. Been working out really, really well. Only been missing by one every single day. And we also cashed in on that Discord slip yesterday. We swapped that for 6-0. So these goblin picks are starting to turn things around, and the momentum's still rolling here. Josh Giddey over his regular line, 28.5, killed that one. Anthony Black, he was absolutely terrible. I mean, you couldn't have been more spot on with a pick by me there, under 20.5 points and assists. He's just absolutely brutal. I mean, I know he's been slumping, but I just didn't see him breaking out of his shooting slump against the Rockets. If he did that, you know, kudos to him. But I just think there was any way he was going to be able to shoot well against the Rockets, and he didn't. And the rest of the Goblins, Bob Carrington, pretty easy smash there as well. I believe he got that like the first half, first quarter of this game. So yeah, DeAndre Ayton really, really killed me yesterday. You guys can see on Sleeper or in the three pick with all the regular lines. Didn't come through because DeAndre Ayton was just absolutely miserable. So luckily I did flex this six man though on PrizePicks, so I did win my money back. So I know some people power played it and you lost. Well, I do start flex playing stuff now, so stuff like this doesn't kill me. The least thing that can happen is I win my money back, which is what happened here. So got five more props for you guys. Let's go ahead and jump right into them. Not gonna take too long again. Not in my usual setup right now, so I can't really give you guys the best analysis, but I'm gonna try to fly through these as quick as possible. First prop I got for you guys will be Christian Braun over 3.5 rebounds. Got him at 5.3, so this is a goblin play for me. Not gonna give you too much about it. He's a guy that plays 30 minutes. It's a favorable rebounding matchup. I think over 3.5 is a pretty safe Goblin play. So he's my only Goblin play today, but it's one that I really, really do like a lot. I think 3.5, one rebound per quarter out of this guy. He's going to be playing 7 to 8 minutes in every quarter, just about. So I think he's definitely able to get one rebound in each quarter at least. Maybe he gets a couple. He probably didn't get this at halftime, to be honest, but really like this line a lot. Pick number two, we're taking Scotty Pippen under 15.5 points plus rebounds. And this is another one that comes down to minutes for me. The Grizzlies are kind of weird with some of their rosters, rotation minutes. They don't really play too many guys a lot of minutes. I understand they did just trade away, well, not trade away, but Kyle Anderson, they did just waive him, I believe. He's a free agent. So, not really going to pay too much attention to that. But in terms of minutes for Scottie Pippen, he only will probably see in the 20-minute range, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less, depending on how the game's going. But 15.5 points and rebounds. He is a guy that has some nuclear type of games. But when it comes to the minutes, I just don't see. I don't think he sees a lot of them. So I'm gonna take the under 15.5 points and rebounds. I don't like this matchup either. So yeah, he's our first regular line pick. Pick number three, we're taking a look at his Landry Shamet over 8.5 points. Got him at 10.8. So You got the Knicks and the Bucks here, and I absolutely love this line. This is a guy, Landry Shamet, that is a three-point shooter. That's really all he does out there on the floor. He only plays roughly in the 15 to 20 minute range. He's kind of like one of their bench role guys, but he is a very very good three-point shooter this year. Has been hitting at least two three-pointers basically every game he's played. There's also a goblin line at I believe 1.5 three-pointers. So they're expecting him to hit at least two three-pointers in this game. And when you look at the matchup, the Milwaukee Bucks give up the most three-point made to shooting guard positions. So Shamet is in the best matchup in the NBA he's going to see the rest of the year. The Bucks give up a ton of three-pointers, and they give up especially a lot of three-point opportunities to shooting guards. So Shamet's in his best spot, love 8.5. I think 3 threes is definitely in the equation here. But even if he doesn't, at least 2 threes, maybe hits a couple two-pointers and layups. We'll see. But 8.5, really like this line a lot. I think three-pointers is definitely in play for Shamet here. So pick number 4, we're taking a look at as going to be Derrick White under 17.5 points. Got him at 16.5. So this one's probably going to be the riskiest play of the day. Got the Celtics and the Nets for this one. And it's going to be a sweat. This is probably the riskiest play of the slip. I just think the Celtics blow out the Nets here, and Derrick White's not going to get the fourth quarter run I think this line is expecting him to get. I don't think this game stays close. And the Celtics are coming back home here after their West Coast road trip. I think they look to play very, very well here. In the Nets, I don't think they're going to hang around here. The Nets are a team that does hang around sometimes, but in other times they get their asses kicked. So I think this is a spot where Derrick White is not going to see the fourth quarter. So I like him under 17.5 points. It's a risk. You guys see the projection, 16.5, so it's not the safest edge. But I think it's one that, we're kind of playing a game script type of feel to this one. So that's purely the analysis for this pick. So getting to the last pick for you guys, taking a look at it's going to be Evan Mobley over 14.5 points. Got him at 15.6. And I really do like this pick a lot. This might be my favorite pick of the day. I understand Mobley is still on somewhat of a minutes restriction, probably plays in the mid to upper 20s, but the injuries around this Cleveland roster is not good. Donovan Mitchell is going to be out for this game. James Harden is questionable. I don't even think Harden plays, to be honest. So Mobley's probably the primary scoring option here for the Cavaliers offense. You got Jared Allen out there as well. But Jared Allen is a guy that usually creates his own shot. He needs somebody else to set him up. Dennis Schroeder, I believe, is also questionable. So there's a lot of guys in this Cleveland roster that are questionable. Mobley's active right now, and I believe 14.5 points is a steal right now because especially if Harden gets ruled out, I think his line definitely jumps up to 15, 16.5 because he's really going to be the only scoring option out there for the Cavaliers. So I know the matchup's tough here. The Pistons, number one team defensively when limiting points to power forward centers. But Mobley is going to see a lot more shots. The offense is really going to run through him, in my opinion. He could just miss all of his shots, but I think the usage is going to be definitely up there for Mobley in this game. He should see a lot more shots. And he's also my favorite player, pretty much. So I'm going to ride Mobley here over his 14.5 points line. I think his game also is pretty competitive. So yeah, Mobley over 14.5. Really like this pick a lot. So that's the 5 NBA player props I got for you guys here today. Again, if you guys liked it, like the video. Helps me out a ton. Also, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. We keep growing this channel little by little every single day. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new here, please smash that subscribe button. I appreciate every single one of you out here trying to get these free wins. And that's what I'm trying to provide to you guys. So that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.